Good afternoon and welcome to the Midday News on Osbc TV. My name is Tajuddin Ahmadu. The federal government says President Muhammadu Buhari has delivered on his pledge to leave behind a legacy of free, fair and credible elections in the conduct of 2023 polls. Minister of Information and Culture Alhaji Lai Mohammed stated this in Washington, D.C. during his official engagement with some international media organizations. According to him, the action was in fulfillment of his president's pledge to restore sanity into the electoral process. He resolved that he will not confer a special advantage on any political party, including the ruling APC, during the election. He added that during the past elections, the president ensured that nobody used the security agencies to rig the election in his favor, but created a level playing ground for the elections to take place. Meanwhile, the Senate, through its Public Accounts Committee, has queried the State House and 557 ministries, departments, and agencies over the failure to account for 969 billion naira in tangible assets in the 2019 budget. The revelation is contained in the 2019 annual reports of the Auditor General of the Federation, being considered by the Senate Public Accounts Committee. Members of the panel, chaired by the Vice Chairman of the committee, Senator Ibrahim Adija, while considering reports, lamented the humongous amount categorized as intangible assets in the 2019 budget as captured in the Auditor General of Federation's report. The representative of the Accountant General of the Federation, Shuaibu Sikiru, said the template will be designed to accommodate the observation in the subsequent years. Among the 558 agencies are the State House, Bureau of Public Enterprises, Bureau of Public Procurement, National Population Commission, Federal College of Forestry, Ibadan, Federal College of Forestry, Jos, National Orientation Agency, Bureau of Public Service Reforms, and Nigeria Police Academy, among others. Nigerians have called on the federal government to intensify efforts in ensuring adequate accessibility to fuel and cash in order to affect daily activities positively. Those who spoke with Osbc News in separate interviews made the call while reacting on fuel price variation and cash crunch. Below about Dunga completes the story.
Tension caused by the currency redesign policy of the federal government do not seem to be abating soon, despite the fact that the Apex Bank had ordered commercial banks in the country to make cash available to their customers through the automated teller machines and over-the-counter in compliance with the Supreme Court judgment. This was evidenced in the large number of crowds that still visit the banks in search of cash. Some of the bank customers who spoke with Osbc News but pleaded anonymity lamented that more than a week after the CBN complied with the court judgment and made cash available, some banks are still short of cash. A veteran journalist, Mr. Kayode Adedere, who was in one of the commercial banks for transaction, noted that the tension is gradually reducing, but it will take time before normalcy returns.
They claim to have pushed out some currencies in order to reduce the tension, but the tension is still there. I believe the damage done has been too severe. So for the tension to subside, I think it will take about a month. So we just have to contend with the situation for now. The tension will continue, and you see, we don't take the central bank seriously when they speak nowadays, going by what they have been doing in the past 3, 4, 5 months, disobeying court judgment and whatnot. So the tension is still on, but it's not as critical as you used to have it.
When asked why Nigerians are not embracing a cashless policy and still struggling to get cash, Mr. Adedire noted that government needs to invest in technology to make cashless transactions easy, especially with the issue of internet, posing as a huge challenge.
It's not as if Nigerians have not embraced it. Even when you transfer online now, you know the problem we have. I have been doing it in the last 4 weeks. It's only in the midnight, in the wee hours of the day, that one can get reasonable access through internet. I mean, how many people can do that? Nigerians are ready to embrace it, but you just have to do it gradually.
Osbc News also observed that normalcy is gradually returning to the fuel stations as queues are disappearing. Osbc observation reveals that commuters now go about their usual businesses without wasting quality time in search of petrol. Investigation reveals that some filling stations in Osogbo are selling a liter of premium motor spirit for 195 naira, while some are selling between 200 naira and 235 naira. Some motorists who spoke in camera with Osbc News charged the federal government to ensure that issue of queues in filling stations will remain a thing of the past. Oluwa Tobiloba, Odunoga, Osbc News.
The Nigeria Communication Commission (NCC) has organized training on the use of information and communication technology in modern warfare for cadets of the Nigeria Defense Academy. The move comes as part of NCC's effort to promote the integration of ICT into the military infrastructure of Nigeria and to enhance capabilities of the country's armed forces in the realm of modern warfare. The executive vice chairman and CEO of NCC, Professor Umar Dambata, disclosed this when officer cadets of Course 72 of the NDA Department of Computer Science visited the commission in Abuja. Dambata noted that no country or military institution should take electronic combat readiness for granted while instructing the Nigerian military to do more in that aspect. According to him, the potential of Nigeria in terms of cyberspace warfare will be determined by the ideas put forth by the cadets, adding that the wars could be fought and won in cyberspace without the physical combat readiness of the troops. He urged the cadets to prioritize cybersecurity in their research project, especially regarding data privacy, protection and security for the country. The National Emergency Management Agency, NEMA, received another batch of 144 stranded Nigerians from Niamey in Niger Republic. NEMA Coordinator, Kano Territorial Office, Dr. Nuruddin Abdullahi disclosed this while receiving the returnee at the Malam Aminu Kano International Airport in Kano. Abdullahi, represented by NEMA Kano Head of Human Resources, Mr. Suleiman Sahad Abubakar, said the returnees arrived at the airport in the afternoon. He said that the returnees were brought back under the care of the International Organization for Migration from Niamey through a voluntary repatriation program. He noted that the returnees included 106 male adults, 16 female adults, and 22 children. According to Abdullahi, the returnees will be trained on various skills acquisition programs that will integrate them back into society and provide them with seed capital to enable them to be self-reliant. And now to sports. Nigeria's para-table tennis player soared in the latest ranking released by the International Table Tennis Federation, ITTF. This comes after their exploit at the 2023 ITTF Master Para Open in Italy, where they won 2 silver and 2 bronze medals at the 4-day championship. Bolawa Akingbemisilu, a silver medalist at the tournament in Italy after he lost 3-2 to Serbia's Mita Palikuga in the final, was the biggest mover in the world in men's class 5 of the latest ranking. He became the only African to climb into the top 7 in the world after amassing 1,145 points. Interestingly, Akingbemisilu, who had no points before April's ranking was released, is being tipped to nick a spot at the Paralympic Games in 2024. The quartet, comprising of team captain Tajuddin Agumbiade, Isau Ogunkunle, Faith Obiora, and Ahmed Koliosho were also ranked after months of inactiveness prompted their removal from the world rankings. And now on the foreign scene, at least 21 people have died and several others are missing a day after a landslide in the Eastern Democratic Republic of Congo. According to Voltaire Batundi, a civil society leader in the wider Masisi territory, the bodies of 8 women and 13 children were recovered after the landslide hit a river in the locality of Bulawa as people were washing cloth and cleaning kitchenware. He noted that 1 person survived and has been taken to Earth Center. The Finnish flag is due to be raised at NATO headquarters in Brussels to mark Russia's western neighbors becoming the 31st member of the Western Alliance. Finnish President Sauli Niinisto and the U.S. Secretary of State will join NATO ministers for a joining ceremony. Report says Finland's accession is a setback for Russia's Vladimir Putin, who repeatedly complained of NATO's expansion ahead of his full-scale invasion of Ukraine. Meanwhile, the length of Russia's border with NATO member states has now been doubled. Russia's invasion prompted a surge in Finnish public opinion toward joining NATO to 80% in favor. Sweden's application has for now become stuck, with Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan accusing Stockholm of embracing Kurdish militants and allowing them to demonstrate on the street. Hungary is also yet to approve Sweden joining. And with that, we have come to the end of Midday News on Osbc. It was edited by Michael Adeniyi. Join us at 3 for the state news. Good afternoon.
AJ on the beat. AJ